Hello, hi everyone. So sometimes we have a situations, especially in the retail investing, that one person is managing more than one demat accounts, especially for their family members, and they won't be able to manage everything in terms of tracking which share they have bought in which demat account, whether they are long term, whether they are short term, how much they are gaining in each of them, and this is typically a very messy situation. So we have made an Excel sheet which will help you do that automatically. So let me just do this thing. I'll introduce with the inputs we have to give. Then we'll understand what each columns are and how the Excel is helping us. So starting with the inputs, we have serial number, then we have date of transaction, security code, security name, action which can be buy or sell, quantity, price, in which demat account have you bought, and the parent. So the parent is basically the person who is managing all this demat account. You can keep more than one parent. So for example, we have two parents and each of them are managing three different accounts. So you can use this Excel sheet for both of them. And this is investment, which is plain multiplication, quantity into price. So this all data we have to feed in and just press the calculate button and we have the output. Now, the tricky thing, or rather, the most useful thing is how to interpret this columns. Now, let's pick up a situation here. Parent HD in his Demat account TD has bought TCS. Now, the transaction history is such that we have bought 100 in 2015, we have bought 20 more in 2017, and sold 113 in 18. Now, this selling 130 has to be adjusted against particular buying. For example, here 113 will be split in two parts. One is 100 and one is 13. The first 100 will be sold against this buying, and the second, the later part, the 13 one, will be adjusted against this buying. So the Excel has done that. It says the holding status. The holding status is basically what is happened, what has happened to your holding. You have bought 100 shares, they are all sold. You have bought 20, out of them 13 are sold, so partially available. Now that they are available, it also tells you whether it is short term or long term. For the selling entry, you don't have a holding status because it's not a holding entry at all. So to sum up, the holding status and holding IT status is more corresponding to the buying entries, and it will typically tell you whether all all that you bought are sold, all that you bought are available, for example here, or it is partially available. Now coming to this column, which is status, it is more like a commentary. So this says CO for the first line. CO is code for complete, and because it is all sold, the whole transaction, the whole loop is complete. That's why it's CO. It says 7 PA in the second line, which is PA is for partially available, and 7 is number of shares now left after this selling happened. Now, for this selling, we want to know against which buying they have sold. So it tells you that first it reads partially sold against number 10 and sold against number 11. So as we discussed, 113 is split in two parts. For 113, the 100 is adjusted against this buying and the 13 is adjusted against this buying. So the same information is available here. Now we have a situation here where the first leg, which is the 100, is a long term because they are bought 2 years back, almost 2 years, and the 13 is bought and sold in the same financial year, so that's a short term leg. So accordingly, long term and short term P&L are calculated separately, and we have in column O and column P respectively. So this Excel helps you in tracking whether what you bought, what happened to it. If you sold, it is sold against which buying, and after that selling, whether you have gained or lost, whether it is long term or short term. If you have that stocks available, whether this availability, whether this holding is also long term or short term, each information you get from these 5 columns. More than that, there are some features. It's a sorting option. You can sort with security, with serial number, with demat account, action, dates in ascending or dates in descending order. By default, when you calculate, it's in date ascending order. Now, at times when you maintain this Excel sheet for years and you have number of entries, like let's say 1,000 entries, so all of that entries in the like very past entries are not very useful. For example, if something I have bought in 2008 and sold in 2010, that whole loop is now not useful, so I don't want to see it all the time. So I can switch to current year view. So in current year view, we can only have the entries which are contributing to the holding. So all the buyings which are already sold is not available here, and we are only having the sale entry for the current year. So all the selling that happened before current year is also not available here. So current year view is very compressed view of the whole historical view, but it's only relevant for the current year. Now you can observe that we are seeing the current year view. When we switch to the historical view, you can see the heading changing, that you are seeing the historical view. Now the PNL, we having the PNL. So this is for the historical view, how much PNL we had in long term, how much PNL we had in short term. We have the filters at the parent level. If you have more than one parent, you can select. We have the filters at the demat level. If you want to filter at a demat level, you can filter at the security level as well. Now if you switch to the current year view, not only this gets reduced, but PNL also is calculated at the current year. So you can see here the headings showing current year view, and the PNL is only calculated for the current year. So that's kind of a useful feature here. We also have a lookout tab, which is basically a holding status at the parent level and the demat level. So at parent level, we have 3 shares with these quantities and with average buying left at this price. So for example, in our example, TCS TCS is total buying is 120 and total selling is 113. So 7 left, but with 7, one we bought at this price at rupees 20. These are left. So the average buying for or average price we have left is at 20 rupees. This is calculated at parent level and at demat level as well. And this is unique names, basically unique security codes we have, unique demat accounts we have, unique parent accounts we have. This is just FYI. Excel uses this for its own calculation, and it's just for our FYI. But more importantly, these 3 tabs are look worthy. It has more deeper calculation in terms of if you sell first and buy later, it will show you whether how much shares are sold and how much are adjusted against buying, so and so forth. So you can try permutations and combinations, uh, and do let me know if you have any feedback. Thank you.